1, 2, 3, clap. I said clap out loud like an idiot.
You are so odd. You're more like a game show host. You are so odd.
So we're going in? We're in?
We're live.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome.
This is live to the world.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Oddville Revue. We have a special guest today of nobody.
Thanks.
With some bales.
Yeah. Couple bales. We didn't. It's not like we didn't try though.
Yeah.
But that's all right though, because I mean it's episode 4 and we haven't really talked about what we want to do. So we should probably figure out who.
Well, this
Look
episode
at that foam though.
I know, it's the perfect pour. This episode gives us the perfect opportunity to introduce a new team member to the Oddville Revue, the oddest of the odd,
Thank you.
Mr. Ben Anderson, who knows way more about all this stuff than I do.
Welcome,
So
Ben.
it helps out. It already looks a lot better
It
just
does.
having him here.
It does.
You hit record, right? Just
It's like, was I supposed to? What are you looking at me for?
No, but it is nice.
Yeah.
So Ben plays bass with me in the Slamming Doors, and he's been part of. He kind of, him and I are a team on almost all the creative endeavors we do. So it only makes sense to have you here. I just didn't want to ask you because you're always busy.
this whole you had 2 other guests lined up is just a ploy to have me here.
Yeah,
Have me on.
I know. I was like, oh, we got Ben, we got a guest. This is gonna be the best one. And then we got bailed on by 2 people. And I don't even want to say who they are. Corey Geist from the Podcastner, but
Specifically,
But-
we'll leave the other one unnamed.
yeah.
At least he bailed all day. Corey said yes like 10 minutes
Yeah,
ago,
yeah,
and then
that's
was
true,
like,
yeah.
nah.
Yeah, I can't get mad at him. I think it's because we video and he didn't want to put any clothes on. He's probably at home watching a Costner movie naked on the couch.
I'm working.
I'm researching.
This is how I watch Costner naked,
Especially Waterworld.
especially Waterworld.
I wanted to get him on though to just because I wanted you to guilt trip him about not having you on for the Bodyguard episode.
Yeah, I've only got 2 Costner movies that I could relate to, or not that I relate to because I can't relate to Mr. Brooks. But there's only 2 Costner movies that I truly, truly dig, and The Bodyguard, I missed it. Corey, I'm so pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm disappointed.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, that's harsh.
I mean, I had a lot to offer. It's okay though.
That was the greatest walk back ever. I mean, I don't relate to a serial killer. I mean, I'm just saying, if you guys thought I did.
You know, I mean, just to clarify,
I'm not a sociopath.
I'm not a sociopath. I have feelings.
Well, first impressions are different, but we'll get through it.
What else is new? You said you were writing a bunch? Been working on your book?
Yeah, I have. I've been really trying to gain some balance between like my job that I used to eat with and like the job that I want to be doing. So, and a little bit of social life, and then I got to spend some time getting weird too. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
One feeds the other.
yeah, we're a good busy right now, but it's an awesome experience getting to this point. I've been at it like 3 years now, and I feel like I'm just figuring out how to be a writer.
Let me know when you figure it out.
Yeah.
You got me great the other night when I asked you to come out. I can't remember what we were doing. I was like, oh, we're going to go, whatever. It was something. And you're like, oh, I'm just going to stay in and write tonight. I was like,
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I felt so good about myself for doing that.
I
That's
know.
probably like the first time I've ever done that.
Oh, that's great. I was like, God damn it, I should
Use
have
your
stayed in.
creativity to get out of a night with Adam.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I should have stayed in and wrote.
Well,
I'm an idiot.
Well, we did. It was kind of garbage time though, because we had a podcast, or we planned to do a podcast, but we didn't line anybody up for it. And so it's like, hey, you just want to go to Ben's and get schwasty? I do.
Yes, I do.
But I shouldn't.
Yeah.
I gotta think about tomorrow, John.
That's one thing, Ben, is the last few episodes we've done, we've taken the guest out afterwards to a bar and then bought a couple beers. So I guess you could be the guest this
Okay,
time. if
yeah,
you want a
great.
couple beers.
Sounds great.
Couple beers for him. That's it.
Yep.
The ATM is closed after a couple. We had one guest that was ready to drink them all up. Art. No.
He's like, how much do you got?
Art disappeared on us. We took Art out afterwards. Art Tuttle, he was our first guest, and he just kind of, he was there for drinks, and then we don't know what happened to him. He vanished. He might have gotten kidnapped. I haven't talked to him since.
Oh no.
There was a big van.
Yeah, that could happen. Our guests always leave before we do.
Yeah, that's funny. You and I end up closing the place down. It's so funny. We're like, we're here with our guests.
Right.
Oh, they must have went home 3 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember where Beaver went, and Brittany Lynn had grown-up stuff to do in the morning.
Yeah, she's a grown-up.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you do stuff and stick to it. That's cute.
Nah, it's been fun, though. But it's nice. This is a nice opportunity to not focus on the guests and focus on us. Because when I focus on me with the guests, like you were saying the same thing. I feel bad. Like, oh.
I just wanna be that guy that has I just want to be that topper that has a story related to everything you say.
The one-upper?
Yep. It's like, oh, I did that too, except it was more awesome. I've done that 3 times. I've climbed Everest 3 times.
Oh, you did twice? That's cute.
Do you remember that Kristen Wiig skit from Saturday Night Live? She was the one-upper.
No.
She would just kind of like, Kristen Wiig is so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
She would just kind of like linger around and just like, if I can remember one, it's like an apartment building meeting or something.
Yeah.
And somebody was talking about their cat died. And it's like, oh, I had a cat too, and it died before yours. I was much closer to my cat than you. It's like, I went to the moon last week. I ate some cheese.
No, I haven't seen it. I don't watch that shit.
Are you one of those guys that SNL isn't like it used to be?
Oh, ever since Chevy left.
Ever since Chevy. Yeah.
More of a Mad TV guy.
So
I really liked Mad TV, actually. I was really big on Mad TV. But no, SNL was great. You know what? I think everybody thinks that their generation's SNL was the best generation.
It. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Because our generation was like that Adam Sandler, or at least I think it was. Maybe it was a little bit later. The Will Ferrell era, maybe. I don't know. There was that weird like world where it was like no one I knew, and then it was like Will Ferrell, and then what's that? I can't think of any of their names.
There's Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan, like
what's the woman that they did the Molly
Molly Shannon.
Yes, and she was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was a great era, man.
And like all those guys just like fucking blew up. But the Sandler era people, the fans of that era were saying that era was garbage. Era. Well, like,
oh really?
Well, no, like the Sandler era would be like the Will Ferrell era is garbage.
Exactly.
And it's like what?
I think the new one sucks.
Right.
But there's some really talented people on there. The guy from Keenan and Kel or whatever.
Keenan?
Is that his name? Keenan?
Yeah.
I couldn't think of which one he was. The Good Burger guys. But he's been like in sketch comedy since I remember being born. Yeah. For like
I used to watch all that on Nickelodeon when I was a kid.
Yeah, you remember he would be speaking French in the bathtub?
Yeah. Everyday French with Pierre Escargot.
Yes. Pierre Escargot.
Ooh, that was one of my first. All that soundtrack was one of my first ever CDs.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like the one that I was actually like allowed to have.
That's good.
Other than that, it was like the score from the Fugees, and
that was a great album.
And Shaq's album.
Shaq had an album?
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
Shaq.
Did you ever know that?
He did more than that Aaron Carter song that he wasn't even in.
Shaq
Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah, like
Shaq Diesel.
Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? Must have been one of my blackouts.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Shaq did an album. Wow.
But that Fugees, the score, like that's such a great album.
I think I was in 6th grade when that came out. That was like, that was Lauryn Hill. And then she did Sister Act 2.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
She was killing it. She could use. Well, she did a new song like maybe like a year or two ago, but she could use a new album. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was a fucking dope track too.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that in a long time. I got really into that. Wyclef John. Remember, Wyclef John was great, but then he screwed Haiti over.
Yeah, some kind of like charity scam.
Yeah, it was a charity
grifted
scam.
him.
And I was like, man, I shouldn't listen to him anymore.
Had to cancel Wyclef.
I had to cancel Wyclef.
Someone call 911.
I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. Well, he's been gone a lot longer than that.
Right. I haven't seen him in ages.
Dude, did you see the Haitian president getting assassinated? By the time this comes out, this will be like 4 weeks old, 3 weeks old. So this probably isn't topical at all. But holy shit.
It'll be a new cast of SNL by the time this comes out.
Dude, there's like some Rainbow Six, like crazy under siege stuff going on.
Yep.
Yeah. They were posing as U.S. DEA agents.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on in Haiti right now. Sad, man.
I gotta fucking watch the news more.
Eh.
I'm just in my own cartoonish world.
I don't trust the news, man. I don't trust hardly any of the news.
Well, yeah.
I've been listening to Breaking Points.
Breaking Points?
Breaking Points is a thing that was. It used to be The Hill. The people from The Hill, Crystal and Sagar, they're awesome. They're awesome, but they took a risk and went on their own to like start their own channel, news channel, and it's phenomenal, unbiased, but like, really well opinionated pieces.
Yeah.
So I guess there is bias on the opinionated pieces, but it's unbiased delivery of the information. So they both are kind of opposing views. So it's really great actually hearing them.
It's tough to find any news that doesn't like
have an agenda.
Yeah. Everybody's
100%.
trying to eat. Everybody needs ratings. And you got to scare people to get those ratings, I guess.
Well, when you have the richest people in the world own the news, like the Jeff Bezos thing. Look at how the news is just eating up Jeff Bezos going to space. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this is such a beautiful moment. He wants to take his brother to space. And all we're doing is like normalizing the huge discrepancy between the ultra rich and just everybody. We're like making it okay that this guy is spending billions of dollars
to go to fucking space.
U.S. money, federal money. We're giving him grants and everything.
People
for him
said
to
the
fly
same
in
thing
space.
about the first airplane ride.
Was it federal money that was given to them?
It was all private.
That's what I'm saying. He's getting federal money.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's getting federal money, like subsidies from the U.S. government. Like I think it was like $10 million.
Why does he need them?
Yeah. They're just best friends.
He has more money than the government.
Exactly.
But hey, if they're gonna say, here's some money, and you and your buddy are in the back room of some strip club, like, hey, I'd love a subsidy. Okay, buddy, here's a subsidy.
Here's a subsidy.
Yeah, and then they film it on the news, like, look how amazing this is, and he's asking his brother to go to space with him. Like, this is a touching moment. I just think it would be. What does a human sound like again? Oh yeah, I think it'd be a very touching moment to share this with my brother. Yes, calibrate emotion. Speaking of sociopaths. I just think it's bullshit. And we're paying taxes on this. And then the news is just like acting like this is a normal thing.
It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy. I don't know.
All right.
What do I know? Let me get off my soapbox. Anyways.
I like you up on your soapbox. You look good
and then here's the thing. No. Let me tell you about Taco Bell. No. I don't know. I don't really know enough, I guess.
Yeah.
True.
Did you just agree?
It's like, true, you don't.
Yeah.
He knows a lot.
That's true.
Like, he's just like above like the level of conversation that we're having. Like, I'm not even gonna sully myself with that.
I'm gonna cut. Yeah. We're gonna cut to that GoPro of him just pouring a beer. Like, yeah, true. The guy, he's supposed to be monitoring all the equipment.
Right. No, we're still rolling.
Okay.
Like, I don't argue with fools. People from a distance can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Fellow humans.
Jesus. What else is new, man? Anything? Anything in your life?
I wish there was more new. Just been like writing and going on adventures, working a lot. Can't wait to be done working. I can't wait to be done working. At least for a little while.
Yeah, if that happens. Well, you're going to Florida soon, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to Florida for a couple days for that bachelor party, but after that wedding, actually, like, I'm gonna take off again.
Are you?
Yeah.
Bouncing.
I'm bouncing. I'm going to New Mexico.
Good Lord. Should I close this window? Or are the kids getting in the mics?
Is that what that
These
is?
goddamn kids.
I hear kids, and does anyone else hear country music in their left ear?
I kind of always do.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's my resting
That's
state.
my conscience.
That's Dolly.
Yeah, that's Dolly. The DP, baby. Oh, man. I don't want to close it. It's too hot up here to close that.
Yeah.
We just put out our album on Spotify.
Yeah.
We just put Brown Bears is now available to stream on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon and all the Jeff Bezos, thank you so much for allowing us a platform to put our music on for the 0.006 cents a stream. Appreciate that. It only takes 500,000 streams for us to even probably come close to even for what we spent over the long run of all this. Probably $3,000. You know, if you think about all what it's after pressing it and everything, it's gonna be. We'll never make it back.
And that's low because we did a lot of it ourselves.
That's very low.
Yeah.
So
most artists pay a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we honestly, we put a bunch of money into the studio. So
yeah,
instead of putting it to somebody else's studio, we just put it into ours.
Right.
But we put that out, which it's a great album. I'm really proud of it. My mom listened to it.
Yeah, what'd she say?
And so she texted me the other day, 2 days ago, whenever it came out, yesterday, whenever it came out. She goes, are these songs about your ex? I was like, what? What ex? Well, I don't want to say because there's one ex I have that my parents really hate, and I'm sure she's just like, oh God, I hope he's not still broken up about his ex. Right. It's like, oh, that was nice of the motorcycle gang outside.
Good timing.
That's the lone wolves. You can't pluralize lone.
The Lone Rangers.
I knew a. When I lived in Sydney, there was this biker gang called the Lone Wolves. And I always thought of that. And they would go, and I worked, and this is about as cliche as it gets. I worked at this bar called the Royal Hotel Ride. And I would go, and I was the young idiot there. And they put me on a barbecue grill out front, right? Mm-hmm. And so I would barbecue, like, kebabs, chicken kebabs, shrimp kebabs, all the steak sandwiches, all this stuff. And I would just sell them on the street, like a street vendor right in front of the bar. And these lone wolves, dude, they would come in all the time. And this one guy was so drunk. And at the time, the Australian dollar was $1 and $2 were coins. So it was like a $2 coin. Mm-hmm. He would just like flip a coin on the grill, pick up a kebab, walk away. Always doing this. And it pissed me off one time. And I am a sinner. But
confess.
But
we are in confession.
Hey, without sin, Jesus died for nothing. But
don't let it go in vain.
So I saw them coming, and I immediately took the chicken down, and I put raw chicken on the grill. And same thing, drunk as hell, threw a $2 coin on the grill, picked one up, and carried on down the road, eating a raw chicken kebab.
Nice.
I was like, that's what you get, you son.
Did you ever see him again?
He died.
He died later from food poisoning.
That day.
Oh, he's dead. No, I saw him again. I just always felt like, I made you eat raw chicken, you piece of shit.
Hate you.
Yeah.
I put my nuts on your kebab. I put them on all of the kebabs, just in case.
Just to make sure.
Right. Sorry, everybody else.
All the innocent civilians.
He did this to you.
This is not me. This is the Lone Wolves.
The Lone Wolves did this to you.
You can't pluralize lone. It was that Lone Wolf. God, it was funny. There was some crazy times in that place, man. I don't know. But anyways, going back to my mom. Sorry, tangent. But she was, well, the song is about your wedding day. And then I heard the next song after that, Walls. And I said, well, it's not about my wedding day. That's like an example of, it's not about that in the song. Yeah. But it was just making me think like all the crazy heartbreak that, like the worst heartbreaks I've been through. And like, I don't know. I was just thinking about heartbreak and all the stupid shit we do. Like even writing a song about heartbreak is kind of like a, oh, poor me thing.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Yeah. And I was just thinking about all the girlfriends. And I remember this one time it came into, I forgot about it. When I was in Seattle, and it was the first girl I was really, really in love with. My first real girlfriend,
mm-hmm.
We moved to Seattle together, and I introduced her to this friend of mine who worked at Target with me. And he was from Minnesota, that son of a bitch. And he moved in on my girl, man.
He swooped in on you.
He swooped in and got her. And then, I caught him kissing on the porch.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I was so distraught. And I was just like mopey. And I was walking around the neighborhood just like it's raining in Seattle. I'm like just a dumb idiot kid.
Just kicking puddles.
So sad. And all of a sudden these these Mexican gang members, I must have walked through like their backyard because I was in a pretty shitty area of town where I lived. They like popped out of some bushes. Like, what are you doing, man? Like thinking I was like encroaching on their thing. Yeah.
Don't come around here looking so sad, Holmes.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I do. But they were like, what are you doing, man? You shouldn't be creeping around, man. And I don't want to do the accent, but because I sound like an idiot doing it. But it's you shouldn't be creeping around. I was like, my girlfriend. I just broke up with my girlfriend.
Oh man, that's the least hard thing you can do in that
I
situation.
know, but they were so cool. They
I'm
were
so
like,
sad,
oh,
you guys.
they were.
Oh, I get it. I get it, Holmes.
They were so cool. They were like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, man.
I've had
What's
a
going on?"
chili to break my heart. Too.
Yeah, dude, it was. And I sat and talked with them for probably 30 minutes.
And then your ex-girlfriend walked in with one member of the gang.
Oh, this is the girl you were talking about.
But I probably
This is
sucked with them
awkward.
for a long time. They were so cool. I was like, "Thanks, guys. This really means a lot." And you're like, "All right, have a good night, man." I was like, "All right, you guys too, man."
Dude, fucking life is amazing. Everything happens exactly how it should.
Oh,
Did anyway.
what about
That's-
you, man? I know you've been through some heartbreaks.
I've been
You
through
breaking some hearts.
Oh man, I'm breaking hearts and smoking darts most of the time. But no, I've had tons of heartbreak, and that's why I'm like so happy now.
Me too.
Yeah,
You just
like,
let it go.
Yeah, like people have asked me like, "Oh, why don't you have a girlfriend?" It's like I don't know, man. I'm too happy to be in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Why
evil
would
on
I?
me.
Why would I change it? Like I'm like 98%. I 98% love myself. There's still about 2.2% of myself that I hate. There that
Perfect.
that could use some correcting, but like that just keeps you going.
That's good to access that every now and then.
Yeah, yeah. If you're at 100%,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
But no, I used to be a weak dude.
Oh, we all
I
are.
could see
Yeah.
that.
Mute his mic, dude.
Oh, why did we bring him?
Thanks for the extra
Yeah.
camera angle.
Yeah.
No, go on. I want to hear about your weakness.
Oh, well, I won't say any names
Oh,
or
no,
anything
no,
because
no,
like
no.
we're not going to tell tales outside of school or anything.
No names.
But I let a girl go to a couples therapy session with her ex-boyfriend while we were dating.
Ooh. That's nice of you.
Yeah, super fucking nice of me.
I don't know what to think about that because that speaks so much about you. Is just like, yeah, go ahead,
It's like
figure it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. At one point, you kind of want to be like, I don't know. You want to be the good guy.
Yeah.
You also like don't want her to go back to her toxic ex that she talks about all the time. But like in retrospect, maybe you should have just like let her do it and they just pieced out at that point.
Well, that would
But-
be the right move.
Yeah.
Just to be like, you have to
Gentleman
love
move.
somebody to where they're free to come and go.
Yeah.
You can't be like love somebody like you
Right.
own them.
It's like I can't make you not. I can't. I'm not saying no. You can't go. I should have just like left.
Instead of like, well, I'm still yours
Yeah.
whenever you need me.
And it's like I also like maybe a little ego and pride. It's like, well, I can't let this other guy win.
Oh, I get that. Yeah. Damn.
Brutal.
So like trying not to be cucked, I got like extra cucked.
Yeah, that's funny. Did you?
But she I got her back though.
You should have went.
Oh, good.
You
If that
should have
makes you
went
feel
with
any
them.
better. Yeah.
The three of you on
Let
the
me
couch.
listen.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. What?
One condition.
Yeah, right.
You can go.
I
But
have
I'm
to
the
be
fly in
there.
the wall.
Just sitting next to him on the side.
Yes.
Like, he makes a great point.
This has to.
You
be
don't
like-
listen.
I try to tell her that all the time. It's like I don't know. I think he's right. I'm starting to see it from his point of view.
Oh damn.
No, that's smart.
But I don't know. I'd have to sit and think about it when I'm writing some love songs.
It just
But like I think that's a good place for it to where you can use it for your art and inspiration, but it's not like
Yeah.
you said, like those songs, like you're not heartbroken about any exes still.
no.
But you can still use that and somebody might be able to relate to that.
100%. You use pieces of it, even in story sense. Like a lot of the songs I write anymore are kind of like more through the eyes of a character, but you still use just like writing a
Yeah.
book. You still use the things that happen to
Yeah.
you, the pain. I mean,
And it gives you kind of more freedom, and like it gives the listener or the reader more freedom and more liberty to just kind of relate to that character
100% in their own way.
Yeah, 'cause it's not a real person. You don't have to. I don't
Yeah.
know. You don't have to humanize the
Right.
writer. You can just forget if it's good enough. You just focus on the character.
Yeah, and
Or the-
ambiguousness
yeah.
is actually speaks louder I think, when you learn, like, if you're less detailed about a heartbreak or something like that,
Yeah.
it speaks louder because then they take their psyche and put it in there. What happens to them and put it in there, you know. It's interesting, man. The human mind. Best songwriters in the world have written songs that have very little lyrics and very little context in their lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Look at Tom Petty's song. If you break down, we did Walls, which is a Tom Petty tune. If you break down all the lyrics, there's not really a lot going on there. You insert your life into those lyrics. It's pretty amazing. Everybody sees a different picture in their head when they hear it, but they see a picture.
Yeah, and that's the point.
Yeah.
It made you feel something. Like that's all art is.
Yeah.
Reflection of self.
Yeah, everything is a freaking mirror.
Or it's just some old guy that lived next to me in Quincy, Illinois.
Fuck art.
Or it's just our first guest. We're going to bring him up in every episode.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, that's funny, man.
How's your book going? You plugging away? You
Great.
working?
Great. I hated it. The last probably third of it, I hated it. I scrapped probably almost 20,000 words.
Really?
I hated where it went. I just scrapped it. It was like there was a point in the book where it went one way, and I knew I was kind of fighting against myself, knowing that it wasn't the right choice to make. But I kept writing it because I just wanted to be done with the book.
Yeah.
And I took some time away from it, and I figured out what I hated, and I just deleted it. Done. I didn't keep a thing.
You didn't archive any of it?
Nothing. It's done. Because you know what? If I would have kept it, I would have been lazy and used it. And I hated where it went. And I knew the ending, how I want the book to end, but how they got there, I hated it. So I do know how to I'll just rewrite the ending how I want it to end. It'll be very similar. But I realized
It'll be the same thing.
And I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I know, like word for word. Like, how do you do that? But I realized what the ending needed, and there's this moment where there's I don't want to give too much away, but a baseball. I needed a baseball in the movie.
You wrote Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Essentially. Okay. Honey, I Blew Up the Baby. It's the sequel.
Okay.
No, but I needed that, man, and I feel like so good, and I felt like that was the craziest thing ever. I was like, should I just delete it? Fuck it. Boom. And I like hit the button before I could overthink it.
That takes some balls.
It did.
That
and
takes some cojones.
But I'm going to tell you what, it felt amazing. It felt amazing. So I'm back in it. I'm back in the trenches of it, but I know where it's going now, and I feel really good about it. Thank God, because I was so upset with how it went. I felt like I was questioning everything. Like, am I even good at this? Am I even a writer?
Right.
Like, what am I even doing?
Who do you think you are?
I'm just going to lay on the couch. You know? There's
bowl.
2 dirty plates in there I could go wash instead of writing right now.
I need to do something else. I need to volunteer more.
Maybe I should start dating more, you know.
Right. I think I'm ready to get out there. That's I use that one a lot. It's like, what are you doing, man? You got to live.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's great.
So
man.
I can find another excuse not to write. Got to pay attention to this relationship. Oh, I would have if I didn't get married. I sacrificed my dreams for love.
Yeah, you know.
Guess I'm just a romantic martyr.
That's how I put it.
Yeah. Ben's married with a beautiful little daughter hanging around.
Yeah?
She's amazing.
How old's your little girl?
2.
2?
Yeah. Another reason I feel bad asking her to do all this stuff.
Oh, you know, I could just be spending time with my daughter right now, but
It's fine.
Well, we had a guest that canceled on us.
yeah.
2 guests.
2 guests.
2 guests that canceled.
Yeah,
on
2 imaginary guests.
us. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for taking time away from your lovely family to come hang with John and I. No, it's awesome, man. I'm glad you're here. I think it's going to be a cool way to go forward to have you over there.
Sure.
I'll be like, hey, what's your name? Google that.
And if I bail, I bail.
And if you bail, I know how to push play.
If I flake, I flake.
Yeah, apparently that's fine on this
Right.
show. Apparently
We don't
we're
care.
setting a precedent here. It's okay to just not come.
It's cool. Fuck our time. Time doesn't even really exist.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Did you have things prepared to talk about?
I had some stuff prepared for Jacob. Just because.
Boop. No. We'll know. No, we'll keep it in because it's legit. We'll have him on again in the future.
Yeah.
In all fairness,
If he makes it.
didn't really bail. He had a legit excuse.
Okay.
And it was he's taken over a nonprofit, which is stuff we were going to talk about. And
He
just
overslept.
he's taken over a nonprofit. Apparently, he was making a profit, so now he's being audited. So he's busy.
Okay.
No,
That's a much better. That's a much better excuse.
No, he's legit.
Yeah. No, he's a busy guy. He's doing a lot of
busy.
stuff.
Yeah. So we'll talk to him next.
Yeah, not that mad at you, Jacob. But no, like we go back. We have history. I was gonna talk. I was gonna talk about a few things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's funny. Well, we don't really prepare a lot here. Mm-mm. We do have a couple segments that we do sometimes.
Ooh.
One of them is Odd Hills to Die On. This is the Oddville Revue. It's only right that we talk about some odd shit. I'm an oddly principled man myself. Like, I commit heavily to a lot of things that doesn't make sense to anybody but me, but we do it. So I respect people that do that too. And sometimes I just talk about myself, but I actually I was sitting this morning before work trying to think about what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
Like, I need to find something odd.
Sure.
I remembered this story from way back about this like crazy astronaut in a diaper. So I typed in crazy AST and Lisa Nowak, like her picture and whole biography pops up. The first thing before I even type in the whole crazy astronaut.
Just put diaper.
Yeah.
Diaper astronaut.
Yeah.
They all have diapers.
Right. AKA the astronaut. So Lisa Nowak, AKA the astronaut, which I think they also kind of missed the mark with Nowak. Nowacko.
Oh,
like it's just
come on.
Okay,
Too
maybe
easy.
Maybe they stepped over it. They saw the
It's
mark.
low hanging fruit. They're like,
Sorry.
we're pros.
Sorry, I just feel like they could have riffed a little bit.
100%.
Give me some more. Anyways, Lisa drove 900 miles from Texas to Florida to, and there was a diaper involved. Like, allegedly she was wearing a diaper.
I remember this story.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%
Yeah.
I remember this story. I love this story.
Her lawyer claims that she wasn't wearing the diapers. Like, they were in there from, like, way back when her kids were toddlers. Whatever.
Okay.
But, like, that's efficient, though. You're driving 900 miles. Like, so basically what happened, like, she's married for, like, 19 years with 3 kids.
Yeah.
Has an affair with another astronaut. Leaves.
God, these astronauts,
Right.
dude. Putting the
Busting
ass in
astronauts.
astronaut, dude.
Busting
Oh,
astronauts.
Yes. two zingers.
Heyo.
God damn it.
Anyways, so yeah, after 19 years and 3 kids, she leaves her wife for another astronaut, and turns out that other astronaut is dating someone else exclusively.
Wait, she was married to a woman?
No, she was married to a man.
Oh.
Did I misspeak?
She left her wife. She
Sorry,
left her husband.
She left her husband. Words. Psh. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You get it. So she leaves her husband
Okay.
for another astronaut, and this other astronaut is actually dating a third separate astronaut, and is like, I don't want any parts of this. So dude breaks it off with, his name is William. William breaks it off with Lisa.
Okay.
Because he's dating.
This is like that Monster Magnet song.
Yeah. So he basically tells her, I'm in a committed relationship with somebody else and I don't want to be with you. It's like, well, fuck you. I just left my marriage for this. I thought we were going to be together in space forever.
Okay.
So she takes his spare key, goes into his apartment, and like checks emails and shit to see what's going on.
God damn.
This is what she found. Will have to control myself. I can't even read my own writing.
Jesus.
We'll edit it out. Will have to control myself. Can't wait to see you. First urge will be to rip your clothes off, throw you on the ground, and love the hell out of you.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Okay.
So this is kind of what sparks her to drive to Orlando from Texas, wearing a diaper allegedly.
Because, so the diaper, right, was for calculations.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you can't be stopping. Like, she's got she's trying to catch a plane that's there.
Right.
Like,
She did the math for the alibi.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. Have you heard this story, Ben?
No.
Dude, this is a great fucking thing.
And so she meets her at the airport. Like, she's waiting for the other woman at the airport. And she's wearing, like, a fucking trench coat and wig.
Yeah.
In disguise. And, like, she actually rides the shuttle bus with her to the parking lot. Like, she's in disguise with the girl that she's coming to accost.
Like just a straight up, like,
Yeah.
khaki trench coat,
Yeah.
fedora with sunglasses. Like,
And
which could look more obvious.
Yeah, and that's what they said, which made her stand out even more. Yeah. Like a cartoon.
You open it up, it's just 3 owls with a suitcase fly away. Yeah, little rascals trying to get into a movie.
Like, they're stacked on top of each other.
We'd like one ticket for a movie, please.
I'm an adult.
Yeah, we're an adult. Yeah.
I'm going back to the actual article. I can't read my own handwriting.
Well, she stabbed that person, right?
She was planning on it.
Oh, she didn't kill him.
No, she didn't kill him.
Okay.
She was stopped because, like, she gave herself away in the trench coat and wig. Right. Like, she recognized her.
How'd you get me?
Yeah, right. So, like, she follows her to her car.
If it weren't for those damn kids and that dog.
Yeah, right. No, the fucking mystery machine.
Damn.
All right.
That's crazy, man. I remember this story. Because I remember people doing math. Like, I remember trying to do the math with my friends. Like, because she drove, what was it, 900 miles?
Yeah.
And with the diaper, there was no stops. So it was like the perfect alibi. Like, well, I couldn't have possibly driven there and back.
Yeah. Right.
And killed this person in this time.
Yeah.
But she could.
She could.
And she did.
And she did.
Damn.
Listen to what she was...
Astronauts are crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of go through some shit. You went to space. Like, you go up there, you see the universe, and then you just come back, and it's like,
That's
here
true.
we
That
are.
rocks your world. Like, what is the meaning?
Yeah.
Live a little differently after that.
Why are we even here?
Yeah, fucking. We're gonna send Bezos up there. What do you think he's gonna be like when he comes back? Dude?
Oh man,
he's gonna come back and be like, "I was right. None of you matter.
None of you matter."
Yeah, I was right after all. Yeah, shorter breaks.
They found hundreds of dollars in cash, printouts of personal emails between the two, pepper spray, a knife, rubber tubing, gloves,
Jesus,
a BB gun, a mallet, and a computer disk that held images of bondage scenes in Noak's belongings.
I get almost all of that, but the BB gun. I don't get the BB gun.
It's like, maybe it's just like a torture thing. Maybe she was just gonna, like...
She's into it.
Yeah.
It's a sex thing.
She was gonna tie her up and just shoot her with BBs in the stomach.
Bad for you.
But it's actually, like... Today is actually the nicest day we've ever had to record with.
I know, it's so funny. It's been so hot up here. It's been ungodly hot
The window
up here.
open with a nice blackout curtain covering it.
Yeah, but the airflow's all right.
Good.
John just gets nervous when he talks about astronauts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this
Specifically astronauts.
one. Yeah.
Only astronauts. Like, I was hoping they wouldn't bring up astronauts.
Shit.
Not about ex-girlfriend therapy sessions.
Right.
But
No, that's fine. Like,
So,
I'm just steady. I'm steady
What,
through the ex-girlfriend, but astronauts.
what do you think is the hill that she died on? Was it the unrequited love? Was it the fact that she lost in the thing?
Like, going out like that.
Going down hard.
Going down hard. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going out swinging.
Hell
like
yeah.
I said, like, I typed in crazy AST and her picture popped up.
That is so funny.
Like, she is forever known as the astronaut. Like, astronauts are so smart. Like,
I
she's
know.
so accomplished. You have to do so much to get through there. She actually went into space. She was on the Challenger. And
oh, that's right. That's why I remember that. Oh my God. God, we were kids when that happened.
yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
And now she's just a fucking crazy lady.
Shitting in her diaper driving.
Yeah.
I am going to murder that woman.
Even though she denied the diapers.
She had to have the diapers.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have? That's such a smart thing to do.
Right.
yeah.
It plays.
It's on brand.
Right.
The woman's an engineer. She
She's
thought
an
this.
engineer.
Right.
Yeah, be like, well, I have to take into account bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink 3 cups of coffee. It's going to challenge me.
Yeah.
Challenge.
And you know what? Diapers, dude. Yeah, thank you.
Diapers are the way to go.
Diapers, man.
They just make life easier.
I haven't peed in a diaper in a long
I
time.
haven't taken a bathroom break this whole time. Just saying.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment for this 40-minute fucking.
Yeah.
But I haven't.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break at some point.
Well, we'll be done here pretty quick. But I probably haven't evacuated into a diaper in 35 years.
Lucky mistake.
Yeah.
Dude, we should do a podcast in diapers and just see how long we can
This
go.
truly
Yeah.
is odd.
Well, we could do it for charity. It'd be a marathon podcast.
Okay.
We'll do it in diapers.
Oh yeah, we're raising money.
Let's get
Yeah.
the world record length podcast. All in diapers.
What do you think the world?
Guinness Book. We gotta find it.
What's the longest? Well, you're the guy in the chair.
Can't be that long.
Jamie, look it up.
I'll look it up. You guys keep up.
The longest podcast has got to be.
What is your guess right now?
All right,
I'm gonna
9
say
hours.
9 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna go lower than that.
I bet it's at least 24.
You think somebody who's gone for a day recording?
Let's find out.
I'm gonna say 17, just right in the somewhere.
Oh,
in
you're
there.
You guys are
Splitting
gonna shit your pants now. 36 hours.
Holy shit, that's the
36
longest
hours?
podcast.
Yep.
Who did it?
Mike Russell.
Mike Russell. We got to beat Mike Russell's
Yeah, we
podcast. We're gonna beat the brakes off of that son of a bitch, dude.
do. In fucking diapers.
Well, I bet he didn't do it in diapers. I bet they took bathroom breaks.
We're doing it in diapers.
Yeah.
It's a new world record then. We get
Oh.
Guinness involved.
You know, maybe he's right. We don't need to do it in diapers.
I mean,
We
we
just
should
have
do
to
it. We'll do it in diapers, but we'll edit around it so it looks like we did it without taking bathroom breaks.
Okay.
And we'll
Okay.
edit this part of
Yeah, I
this
was gonna say
podcast
we'll
out.
edit this out. So they don't. know the
36
magic.
hours?
36
no
hours.
sleeping or anything. Dude, I don't think I could do that.
No.
That's tough.
There's no way.
You don't think you could do it for 36 hours? I bet we could.
I would fall asleep. I almost fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
God damn it.
Well, we just do.
Why are we giving him a mic?
I told you.
We'll just do a marathon. Like, you're bored by us. Like, we'll do a marathon of guests. Like, we'll just have people come in for like an hour or
Wait
two.
in line.
And yeah, and we're just sitting here.
That's a great.
And
What do we get? We got to do it for a
everybody-
fundraiser, though.
Yeah.
We got to raise money for it.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the only way that we can die on that
Yeah, we
hill.
need to eat.
Yes.
Yep.
Yo, we can eat on the podcast.
I mean, we need to raise money so that we can eat.
Oh
Yeah.
no! For us, you mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking like a fundraiser, but all
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
right. We need to make a lot of money for us.
The Starving Artist Foundation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Please call in and pledge money.
36 hours. Wow. Gosh, that's a fucking long time.
That is so
dude.
long.
He must have started like 8 a.m, went to the next, it must have been like that, right?
Yeah.
Or how would you do that?
I mean, he went for 36 hours.
I know, but what makes the most sense of, like, when would be the best time to start that?
Good question.
Midnight? Like you wake up, or like wake up super
Then
early,
you'd be
like
done
2 or
at
3?
noon. It depends on when you want to be done.
Yeah, right.
You want to be
before
done
bed.
and go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'd
Right
be at
before
night.
bed, so you'd have to
So
like time
you'd start
it
in the
back.
morning. If
But
you start 8 in the morning, you'd be done at 8 at night.
Yeah.
But good, because we'd have to go to Ben's afterwards.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
could you imagine?
After a 36 and a half hour podcast, we don't have anything left to talk about. Wonder
No.
what they talked about on there. We should listen to it
Yeah.
for 1 day and a half.
We should
I'm
do a
gonna
podcast where we just listen to that podcast and then talk about it afterwards.
That's hilarious.
We'll react to that podcast.
That's more
so
of a
funny.
reaction
Dude.
video.
Yeah.
Also, the longest reaction video ever.
Maybe that's what we go for. That's even easier.
Oh hell, that's brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, that's why we brought you on the
Yes.
cast
Yeah,
here.
well.
Now
the
we're
PCast.
fucking
Every now
cooking
and then.
gas.
Hell yeah. All right, we're there, baby.
7 minutes.
Perfect.
Is it out of place to talk about what your book is about right now?
No. Have I told you the story yet?
No, like you have, but we haven't really talked about it
On
too
the
much
podcast?
on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Or you just-
it's just boring for me to tell people that,
Well, because do you think you feel that way? Because, like, I don't know, me personally, it's like, I can't tell you all of it that I'm so
Right.
excited about.
Oh.
So it just sounds like dumb. Or like, not necessarily dumb, but like you said, kind of boring. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, they do this and they do that, but like it's a bigger
it's a bigger universe.
Yeah, there's a bigger universe. There's
Yeah.
a bigger concept behind it.
Well, the book is Villa Layla, and it's about a guy, and it's kind of like a fictional like love letter to. It's a love letter to my hometown, like where I grew up. I think, in its grandest sense, really, because how I grew up was, I grew right on the Mississippi River, like on these little islands, and I remember just being a kid, and there was like Dead Man Island, Bear Island, you know, Lost Island, like all these things of like. Just in my mind, there's always these old mysteries of like they found this dead body on this one, and there's all these Indian burial mounds on this thing.
Yeah.
And it was like there's magic in this river as a kid growing up, and I thought, gosh, there's monsters in the water, and there's all this shit, and I just wanted to write that world that I imagined as a kid, and so I that's really why I wrote the book, is because I want that like somehow to come through to other people maybe. But the story itself is like a injured firefighter. He hasn't been out at work. He screwed his knee up in a fire, and there's kind of a small backstory there. It's not really important to the story, but important to who he is. And single dad, and his father and him never got along. His father like treated him like very cold, never showed him a lot of affection at all. So he always felt just really unloved. His mom died when he was born. So he gets a phone call. He's in Chicago, and he gets a phone call saying his dad is on his deathbed. He's about to die. You need to come home and say goodbye. He's in hospice. And so he comes back, and he's like pleading with his dad, please, like, just give me something I could give my daughter to prove that you are not an asshole. And so his dad, on his dying bed, puts his left hand up over here and then dies. So he thinks, well, my dad can't even put his hand on his freaking heart, like just hurt like that.
Yeah.
But there's something behind that too.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And there's stuff behind all this stuff. I love it, but I don't want to give too much. But then he goes home. He's cleaning out his dad's house because he has to clean it all up for the estate and everything. And finds an old fishing pole in his office. And there's moments. And he remembers back to a time where there was this fishing hole that he was never allowed to go fishing with his dad at. He would always made him stay home. But one time as a kid, he snuck in the back of the truck and followed his dad to this fishing hole in secret. So he knew where it was. So finally he's like, fuck you, you're dead. I'm going to this fishing hole. Goes to the fishing hole, starts going, and finds these two shoestrings hanging from a branch. So that's weird, shoestrings. What the hell is that? They've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And he starts to pull on one, and a voice stops him, and it's a talking catfish in this little fishing hole. And his catfish, they start arguing about counting crows.
Naturally.
Yeah.
As catfish do.
It was just the weirdest thing. He starts going back and forth. It's like, I don't like counting crows. Oh, they sing about love. Like all this back and forth. And so he names him Mr. Jones. And so, as time progresses throughout the book, he learns Mr. Jones was like his dad's best friend. And so he gets to like talking to this guy and starts learning about his dad a little bit. And there's more to it. Like his dad didn't hate him. There was a lot to this,
Yeah.
And at the same time as when his dad died, this river monster comes back that has been gone for a long time, since like the 80s,
Yeah.
And this river monster doesn't kill you, but it kills what you love the most.
That's fucked up.
So it's like really dark. So
Yeah.
it goes after whatever you care about the most. If you're the target, it goes after.
Shit.
Like the first victim is this old river rat. He's, drunken guy, divorced, sad. He found this turtle on a fence post. People used to put turtles on a fence post. Evil fucking people. Just to let him die on a fence post because they can't get out. They're like, they used to call it, I forget, like, posting, something like that. There was a name.
There was a name for it. Like,
yeah,
it was
bullshit.
It was
It's
a
a terrible
pastime?
thing. It was an awful thing. So if like you saw a turtle on the fence post, you're like, oh, we got to get this thing and put it down, So, but the creature kills it. Gustav, the turtle, is like his first victim. This guy loves this thing. There's a retired detective, Dino Perez. He was on the case back in the 80s, and he starts hearing it on this chatter in his garage, and he comes back into the case because he knows what it is.
Yeah.
He thinks the monster's back, and so everything kind of goes crazy. And I don't want to give the whole story away, but in case anybody reads it, but it's great. There's confusion. Like they end up hunting Theo, the main character Theo. They think he's the monster. Like there's a bunch of stuff, but it all comes. I don't know. There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
But it's basically just a love story to my hometown. And I went on way too long on that. I'm sorry, but
No.
I get really into it talking about it.
can
It's a
see
great
that.
story.
Yeah. Dude, you fucking lit up. Like
Yeah, I know. I love it so much. It's so much fun writing it. And it's in the same world as Limbo. My first book was Limbo. It's the same world as that. So like universe.
Yeah.
So like there's the fox in Limbo was the devil, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene in the book where like he drives by and sees a fox like crossing the road.
Oh,
and it's
little
the,
nod.
you know, yeah,
Oh,
shit like that. Little
That's
tiny little
amazing,
things, yeah.
dude. Like I can't wait to.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So,
to
but
read
we were
it.
talking we should have it in the same universe as our
Yeah.
shit, dude. Once you finish, we should have the same like brands of things and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, Red Apple cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they could fit because like mine's, like you at least have one book out, but like
Yeah.
Pete and Gwendolyn grew up like is kind of like the foundation for like maybe like 3 or 4 other characters.
Yes.
So it's like it'll be a whole universe of different.
See, I love that kind
Different
of writing.
shit.
I love that
Yeah.
stuff, you know. And the first books that really did that, I thought, were Jurassic Park, where the sequel wasn't about the heroes in the
Yeah.
thing. Well, I mean, Ian Malcolm was in it, Jeff Goldblum's character in the movie, but the sequel of the book was about like Ian Malcolm's character. Like,
Yeah.
they just take different characters and write stories around it.
Yeah, you kind of see the
Mm-hmm.
same. Well, the story keeps progressing, but you kind of see what you saw before from a different angle as it goes on.
Yes, that's
And
I
then you
love
just get
that
like a
stuff.
360 perspective of everything, and you really kind of get to understand why characters do the things that they do.
Yeah, yeah. You fall in love with them,
Yeah,
and so
you're rooting for these assholes.
is it shitty of me to ask how far do you think you have left to go?
No, it's
hard
not
to it's hard to
shitty.
gauge
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Cliché-ly and surfacely, I like to say I'm just about halfway there.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's hard to say that.
Yeah.
Because then you go back and you change. Like my thing is like I fucking deleted.
Yeah.
Like you just go back.
And it gets bigger, like every little idea makes the whole universe a little bit bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
which makes it just a little bit further away from completing
Isn't
it.
that funny how
Yeah.
it works? You get further in the story and you get further
Right.
away
It's
from
like,
the end.
Shit, I'm in too deep now.
Yeah. There's no turning back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But-
lot easier. It's very easy to be like, I have this great idea, and then you're like, fuck, I'm only in chapter 3.
Right. Maybe I should just slow down, but I can't slow down. Like I'm not just gonna. Ideas are gifts.
What are you happy with in a writing session? What are you happy with? How many words if you walk away? Do you even count words? Do you care, or if you?
I do count words, but like I think I'm at the point now where I don't. It doesn't validate my session. More
right.
I'm more so like
Find a direction or something.
direction
Yeah.
and just like actually like sitting down and like doing it. Like
yeah.
I'm more. I accept a shitty session. I accept a great one.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm just happy, like staying so busy with everything else. Like I'm just happy when I get down and
Yeah.
like I put something in.
You
Like
get fired up when you're afterwards. I
Yeah.
love that feeling, man. It really is a great feeling to like. All right.
yeah, it's like I did that.
We accomplished
Like,
something.
yeah, I did what I said. I did what I set out to be.
Yeah.
Because the way it's formatted, it's about up to like chapter 22 is probably like readable for other people now.
Okay.
I'd say, but like other than that, it's outlined completely through.
You outlined it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that it took me a long time to figure out to
Each character
do
where
that.
they're going. And...
or like just like the basic outline of the story.
So how strict are you going to be to the outline? If something changes, if a character,
Yeah.
you
Then
know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's not.
That'd be hard.
It is.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of deleting that way because
Yeah.
I'll get stuck on a tangent and like, or just something funny.
You
Just-
seem like you would be like, you and your weird hills to die on. You would be stuck on a tangent like, no, I have to make my point. I
Yep.
have to make my case.
So this all had. I mean, your character came out like
Yeah.
a central character came out of one thing you said.
That's so funny. And yeah, Ben, you weren't here last time. It's a bad thing. It's on the last episode.
Yeah.
I don't want my mom to hear it twice. I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
John and I used to work together at Sir Ben's.
Oh, okay.
It was hilarious though.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, because of what he said, like I just wanted to put that in there, and that
Creates a
created a
huge-
whole
huge-
character with his own arc, and like
Yeah.
this is actually very central to the progression of the story. And
It's funny where characters come from.
Yeah.
There was a guy that used to come into Sir Ben's, and he was like a just terrible anti-Semite, angry guy, crazy person. And he used to, like, he's not allowed in there anymore. Obviously. Because
Yeah.
he would say, like,
Yeah.
really racist shit to
Yeah.
people. And he would talk about how he used to go in the tunnels underneath Duluth and hunt reptilian lizard people.
Like Alex Jones.
Yes, like he would go down there and fucking hunt him. He was an old Navy guy, ex-Navy guy, go hunt lizard people. And I thought, that's a great character.
Thank you for your service.
Minus,
Right. I've never seen a lizard person, so you must be doing your job.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
But like minus the virulent anti-Semitism, that's a great character.
Yeah.
And so I started writing this character, but he was a villain in my mind because that guy's a villain in my life because he's just an awful, I had to kick him out so many times. And so I started writing this character based off of this guy who is, ex-Navy man. He's got a bright pink crossbow because that's the only one they had at the pawn shop, and he's locked and loaded. He's all this stuff, and he's hunting reptile people because he saw the river monster as a kid, and he thinks it's a reptilian. And Alpha Draconis, the reptiles are here. But then he ended up throughout the story kind of becoming endearing. And you're like, all right, you kind of actually like this guy. And you want to see him go a little bit further rather than his first purpose was to be the asshole to get shit on,
Yeah.
But once you see their backstory, like the DUIs, he has to ride a bike, and you're like, I kind of feel bad for this guy.
Right.
Like, he needs a win.
Yeah. It's like you've been dealt a couple bad hands.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can maybe...
Yeah. He needs a hero moment.
Right.
The hero's journey, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Need some redemption.
Yeah. We all do.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough characters out there that like allow you to do that. Like there's a lot of people that need redemption out there that don't have anybody to look up to.
We all need redemption.
Yeah. We need like
that's why everybody relates to it for sure.
You need a good anti-hero. You need your always sunnies.
Yeah. Yeah, but those guys, that they walk a line.
Yeah.
They went Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
They went Breaking Bad through that whole thing where they become worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad is such a great example of a character development that is not an anti-hero,
Yeah. It's just like, I'm
getting worse and worse and worse.
There's evil in my heart now.
Yeah. The taste for power.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show? Mm-hmm. I love that show.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad was so good.
I only watched the first couple episodes.
Oh God! Oh, John,
I did love it. It just wasn't a good time for a show.
For sure, I got you.
Then
I got you.
Then it got too cool.
It's worth watching, dude. Especially as a writer that wants to think about character development, everything. The whole journey, it's plotted that way. Like it's planned out. There is no jumping the shark.
Yeah.
It is amazing, man. Really worth watching, dude.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it'll suck your life up for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm looking for a little bit of that though.
You need it, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a good show to watch too. My daughter's getting really into Marvel, and so I've been trying to watch Marvel stuff with her and Loki and all this stuff. And it feels like to me, and I really got into Marvel. I really like the characters and everything. It just feels like, all right, they're really squeezing this cash cow. Mm-hmm. They're really, and that's the Disney way.
Yeah.
Loki's got me.
Loki's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but none of these are really necessary.
Right.
Like the whole 10-year thing from Iron Man to Endgame, or even the Spider-Man, was a fantastic story. End it. Boom. Right? But
we got the Disney Plus now.
But they are good, and they are good, and they suck in, and they are really well done. But WandaVision was great.
One of my favorites.
Captain America and the Winter Falcon was good. They're all really good.
You said it perfectly.
I don't think
America
I got that.
and the Winter Falcon.
I don't know what it was. Something.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I couldn't think of it. I was like, help me out. This was me saying, help me. Extend me an olive branch.
Yeah.
My daughter, if she would kill me if she heard me say that.
I've seen 30% of the universe, so like it went over my head.
Yeah. I was like,
oh yeah. I love that one. That's my favorite.
Captain Spidey.
But they are good. They are really good. But you can feel that corporate greed come through them. Mm-hmm. Like, you can tell that they're there to make money.
Yeah.
Which they are. Whatever.
I mean,
that's whatever.
We're all doing that.
I'll watch
to an extent.
it.
Yeah.
I took Lucy to Black Widow in theaters. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. Hell yeah. We should watch this stuff.
Do you ever find yourself jumping the shark in your writing, like before it's in the process of it? Like you have a big idea, and like you ever find yourself just like wanting to get there?
No, I actually am the opposite.
Yeah?
Because I think about this often because like the big ending to the book, so the big twists, I always put off writing because I have this weird fear that once I write it, it's not going to be as good as it's in my head.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and like I don't want to screw it up. So, and that I'm like that in a lot of things. Where it's like it's a great idea. I'm gonna screw it up.
Yeah.
Once it leaves,
It's too
once
big
it
for
goes
me,
through the filter of me as who I am, I
Yeah.
screw it up. Like the universe says a good idea. I
Yeah.
screwed it up. So
Dude, I feel that way about like the whole concept of this book. It's like
Oh.
maybe I should write like a couple before I try this.
oh god,
like, it's
you know
too
what?
fucking
But
big,
I think that's fair for every writer. You know, I talked to my buddy Sam, who is in Boulder. He got on New York Times bestseller list. He was a fantastic writer. And even he has that weird imposter syndrome. It's like, there's whatever book you write first, you're going for it. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I wish I hadn't written Limbo yet because I could write it today and it'd be way better.
Yeah. That's
the same with everything.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's part of the progression, I guess.
get it out.
Yeah. I
prolific.
can't. Yeah.
Stephen King it. Just shit it out and make it, whatever.
Yeah. How many books does Stephen King have?
Few.
A few. That's
Our guy on the laptop just
Yeah.
said a few. Thanks for the.
he's
Thanks
quick. He's quick. Look
I'm
out.
just kidding, man.
Look out, young
You don't have to
Jamie.
look it out. Look it up. I bet he's written 100 novels. He says. Have you ever read On Writing, his memoir?
No.
I'm gonna give it to you before you leave. It's
Yeah.
fucking great, man.
taking
As a
it.
writer, it's awesome. What do you?
62 novels,
Okay.
200 short stories.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. How old is he? He's got to be 80.
73.
73.
73.
Okay. 73. Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
That is amazing. But he says in his book on writing, it takes a season. It should take a season to write a novel.
A season.
Spring,
Yeah.
winter.
Okay, Stephen King.
Okay,
A
dude.
season.
But you know
I'm
what?
trying not to hate myself.
But and you know
Stephen
what though?
King is like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
How 3 years, 3 months.
It should take 2 weeks to write a good novel.
The,
Right.
the thing about Stephen King though is I don't think he writes some characters well. Like I don't think he really goes. He's really great at story and I love Stephen King. I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan of him. But you can see what he's like. I could fucking critique Stephen. What am I doing critiquing Stephen King?
Actually.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. I feel like
Yeah.
some character he doesn't write that well, and some dialogue gets a little boxy. And
Well, his style is more about the story's progression than like the characters. Like,
exactly.
He's got like
Yeah.
characters, I guess, don't matter as much.
Secondary, maybe.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, story and
I'm an
tone
idiot.
with that guy.
Like I could ever compare to that guy, but I don't know.
God, that's nuts though. That's so much. It's so many.
Well, the story about Carrie. Do you know the story about Carrie? His first. I think
What?
it was his first novel.
Well, I know the story of Carrie.
But his story
Yeah.
of writing it was
No.
phenomenal, and it's in this book. And he wrote Carrie, and he had this nail in his wall of rejection slips from publishers, and he took Carrie and threw it away. He was like, "This is nothing. It's no good. It's crazy." His wife dug it out of the garbage and kept it going, and then it sold for like $300,000 movie rights or something out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he was like an English teacher or something. And I could be very wrong here. It's in the book. You should fact check me on this, but it's something like that. And it was just like, here you go.
Yeah.
And then that movie ended up being one of the, the most cliche horror movies ever written. It's like copied,
Oh yeah, the blood. The blood scene.
Yeah.
Like anytime you're a nerd in front of everybody.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, they pig's
Yeah.
blood on me.
No, I'll definitely give you that book before we leave. You got to read it.
Thank you.
You'll love it. I've read it twice. It really motivates me to go. It's cool. So, well,
Shall we?
I think that's that.
Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, how long have we gone? A little over an hour.
Oh, I was just gonna ask when the intro was over. Okay.
So now we're gonna
Yeah.
You warmed up?
Anyways, we'll be at the Bolorama next time.
We got about 34 and a half hours left to do before.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we're gonna start now?
Yeah.
I didn't
Right
bring
on.
my diaper.
Well, we got new mugs for the show. So cheers.
Cheers.
Well, if you guys weren't hoarding all the beer over there, I could cheers with
What? You need one?
Wow.
Well, we're about to shut it off anyways.
This needs to be a left-handed mug.
Yeah.
All the the dancing folks, the dancing town folks.
Stupid. Got these as savers along with the Roadhog pig picture. I love it.
I was trying to hold my artwork forward when I was drinking.
Ben's cup just says email.
Got a couple at symbols.
That's so stupid.
Give it to the computer guy.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. If anybody is, this is going to be out in a couple weeks.
Yep. Hope you tune in next week, despite of today.
Cool.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye-bye.